Blacksheep Deva with Entertainment. Superstar ரஜினிகாந்த் முன்னிலையில் நவம்பர் 20 நேரு இந்த ஸ்டேடியமில் புக் டிக்கெட்ஸ் ஆன் புக் மை ஷோ.
உயர் சாதி ஏழைகளுக்கு 10% இடஒதுக்கீடு விவகாரத்திற்கு எதிர்ப்பு தெரிவித்து சட்டசபை அனைத்து கட்சி கூட்டம் நடைபெறும் என தமிழக அரசு அறிவித்தது. இந்த கூட்டத்தில் தமிழகத்தின் பிரதான எதிர்க்கட்சியான அதிமுக பங்கேற்காது என தகவல் வெளியான நிலையில் அதிமுக சார்பில் யாரும் கலந்து கொள்ளவில்லை. இந்நிலையில் இது தொடர்பாக அதிமுக முன்னாள் அமைச்சர் ஜெயக்குமார் முதலமைச்சர் mkstalin விமர்சித்து நேற்று கடுமையான அறிக்கை ஒன்றினையும் வெளியிட்டிருந்தார். இந்த சட்டத்திற்கு எதிரான வழக்குகள் உச்சநீதிமன்றத்தில் நடந்தபோது அந்த வழக்கில் எப்படியெல்லாம் நம்முடைய வாதங்களை எடுத்து சொல்ல வேண்டும் என்று தமிழகத்தில் உள்ள அனைத்து சட்டமன்ற கட்சிகளையும் அழைத்து ஆலோசனை நடத்தாமல் வழக்கின் தீர்ப்பு வந்த பிறகு தற்போது மற்ற கட்சிகளை அழைப்பது எந்த விதத்தில் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள முடியும் என்றும் அவர் கூறியிருந்தார். இந்நிலையில் இது தொடர்பாக திமுகவினர் அதிமுகவை கடுமையாக விமர்சித்து வருகின்றனர். இது தொடர்பாக பதிவிட்டுள்ள திமுக செய்தி தொடர்பு இணை செயலாளர் ராஜீவ்காந்தி, உயர் சாதியினருக்கு 10% இடஒதுக்கீடு வழங்குவதை எடப்பாடி பழனிசாமி தலைமையிலான அதிமுக ஏற்பதாக விசித்திரமாக அறிவித்துள்ளது. இந்த சட்டம் மக்களவையில் அறிமுகப்படுத்தப்பட்ட போது அதற்கு எதிராக ஆழமான கடுமையான கருத்துக்களை முன்வைத்தவர் அதிமுக நாடாளுமன்ற குழு தலைவர் தம்பிதுரை. திராவிட இயக்கத்தின் சமூக நீதி உணர்வு நாடி நரம்புகளில் ஏறியதால் இயல்பாகவே கொந்தளித்தார் தம்பிதுரை. இப்போது எடப்பாடி குட்டிக்கரணம் தப்பு கரணம் போட்டு சரணாகதி அடைவது எதற்காக? தன் சுயநலத்திற்கும் தன் கட்சி பொதுச் செயலாளர் பதவியை மோடியிடமிருந்து யாசகம் வாங்கவா என அவர் கேள்வி எழுப்பியுள்ளார். முன்னதாக இந்த மசோதா நாடாளுமன்றத்தில் 2019 ஆண்டு தாக்கலான போது அப்போதைய அதிமுக எம்பி தம்பிதுரை அதனை கடுமையாக எதிர்த்து பேசினார். 10% இடஒதுக்கீடு சமூக நீதிக்கு எதிரானது என அவர் பேசினார். அப்போது பொருளாதார ரீதியாக பின்தங்கியவர்களுக்கு நிறைய நலத்திட்டங்கள் ஏற்கனவே உள்ளன, எதற்காக அவர்களுக்கு தனியாக இடஒதுக்கீடு என அவர் கேள்வி எழுப்பினார். அப்படியானால் இப்போது வழங்கப்படும் இந்த இடஒதுக்கீட்டின் பொருள் அத்தகைய திட்டங்கள் சரியாக நடைமுறைப்படுத்தப்படவில்லை என்பதா என்றும் அவர் கேள்வி எழுப்பியிருந்தார். தொடர்ந்து பேசிய அவர், அம்பேத்கர் நிறைய படித்தவர்தான், ஆனால் அவர் சாதிய அடிப்படையில் தான் ஒடுக்கப்பட்டார். அதனால்தான் பொருளாதாரத்தை விட சாதியை சமூக நீதிக்கான அளவுகோலாக முன்னோர்கள் கொண்டார்கள் என்றும் தம்பிதுரை குறிப்பிட்டு பேசினார். தமிழ்நாட்டை பின்பற்றி நீங்கள் வேண்டுமானால் இடஒதுக்கீட்டை 70% உயர்த்துங்கள் என்றும் பாஜக அரசுக்கு அவர் கோரிக்கை விடுத்தார். அப்போது தம்பிதுரையின் இந்த பேச்சு பரவலாக பேசுபொருளானது. தொடர்ந்து அதிமுக எம்பி நவநீத கிருஷ்ணனும் 10% இடஒதுக்கீட்டிற்கு எதிர்ப்பு தெரிவித்து நாடாளுமன்றத்தில் பேசினார்.
Now, in the whole of India, she has introduced 69% reservation for the backward, most backward SC/ST community, and also it is being in force for nearly 3 decades. So now the Tamil Nadu is enjoying the benefits of 69% reservation policy, that too brought in the form of a statute by Honorable Amma. And I strongly oppose this bill, the 10% reservation for poor of the socially advanced community. The reasons are as follows. Number one, that 10% reservation is not a new idea. Already the then Honorable Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao brought in. It has been negatived by the Honorable Supreme Court because the Supreme Court has taken the view, I quote, a backward class cannot be determined only and exclusively with reference to economic criterion. It may be a consideration or basis along with and in addition to social backwardness, but it can never be the social criterion. So as on that, as per law, as declared by the law under Article 141 of the Constitution, this 10% reservation is unconstitutional and it is not sustainable. And then what is the reservation? The second point is, the reservation means a remedy only for historical discrimination and its continuing ill effects. So the class of people, community which is subjected to historical discrimination and still facing the and continue to facing the ill effects. Only for those community, for those class, the reservation is meant for. So now, admittedly, the central government claims that the 10% reservation, of course, for the poor on the basis of economic criteria to be fixed by the executive, not by the legislature, not by the parliament. So now the reservation is not for the class, not for the community, those for individuals, those who are not economically sound. But the concept of reservation is applicable only to the community or to the class, not to the individuals. And the 10%, now the proposed class or proposed group, they never subjected to historical discrimination. They are not continuing to face the ill effects. So only on the basis of economic criteria, on the premise that they are poor. But as rightly pointed out by our senior colleague Mr. Anand Sharma and our Professor Ram Gopal Yadav, India is a poor country. Though we claim to be the 6th largest economy, GDP grows every minute, every second. But I have read, subject to correction, even the growth rate is going on further and further. Our country can be termed only as a poor country. So 98% of the population are only poor. So economic criteria cannot be introduced in this concept of reservation or affirmative action. So now the third point I would like to submit is that our Honorable Amma brought in 69% reservation, which is in force. Now, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, I humbly request the central government, please bring an amendment. This bill is not applicable to state of Tamil Nadu. The one-line amendment is sufficient. The people of Tamil Nadu are protected. Because as per the reading of these proposed clauses of this amendment bill, 50% plus 10%. When the 10% is added, already existing 50%. Now, let me to explain. Please kindly bear with me. Because how the reservation policy works in Tamil Nadu. No. Tamil Nadu, how it works in Tamil Nadu. 69% to the respective backward class, most backward class, and scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. In the remaining 31%, all the communities are competing. Even in the open category, SC, ST, MPC, all other communities are coming up. Especially in our state, from my experience as a chairman of Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission and member of Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, I came to know that in Kanyakumari district, all the candidates are occupying the first rank in all categories because of their hard work. So now my humble submission would be that 31%, which is meant for all communities, is now reduced. So it is having a great ill impact on Tamil Nadu. Please, you understand it. So because now Tamil Nadu stands first in all criteria and aspects, law and order, anything, everything. Now India today has given 4 awards. So it is a great goes to Honorable Amma. So my humble submission would be the 31% open quota, we will call it open quota, which is made available to all the communities irrespective of their social status. So now it encroaches upon the rights of the people of the Tamil Nadu. Hence, the Amma's government strongly opposing this bill because on the basis of this real ground reality I am telling this. Now the 69% reservation is not made without any basis or without any data. Honorable Amma, collected quantifiable data in pursuance of the direction given by the Supreme Court and placed before the Backward Class Commission. Again, the Backward Class Commission has submitted a report to the government and it was carefully examined by Honorable Amma and she has passed a GO continuing the 69% reservation and the constitutional validity is still pending before the Supreme Court. So now my humble submission would be only on the basis of quantifiable data, the Tamil Nadu government, the Amma's government has continuing this 69% reservation. The GO MS number 50, backward classes, most backward classes and minorities welfare department dated 11/7/2011. Only on the basis of quantifiable data, it is being continued. So now, what is the data the central government is having to reserve 10% for the poor of the unreserved community? Without any data, no reservation can be done legislatively. So this is, the evidence is the basis of the rule of law. Without any material, without any data, without any survey, now all of a sudden this 10% survey reservation is being brought in. And then my humble submission would be, now because the Tamil Nadu will be hit, will be worst affected because of this reservation, the 10% reservation. So I strongly oppose it again and again. At the risk of repetition, I am submitting it. And then another point, I would humbly submit that. I am sorry, subject to correction, our Honorable Law Minister, my Guru mentor is present and other eminent lawyers are also present. Whether our Parliament has got legislative competence to bring this bill. This is very, very important because our Constitution, it is come into existence, contemplates reservation only in favor of educationally and socially backward class and scheduled SC and ST. So the scope of the Constitution is not to favor any socially advanced community, though they may be poor. But nobody is preventing them from competing. No, they are not subjected to discrimination as already I submitted. So my humble submission would be, now this Parliament is not having the legislative competency to bring this constitutional amendment bill. I may be permitted to read a portion from the judgment, subject to correction also. It is not, I have got the time, sir. Right. Because, right. It is very, very important, sir. Singapore. So, I would like to draw the kind attention of this Honorable Law Minister because these IR 24 versus State of Tamil Nadu, this is a 9-member bench, Constitution bench, reported in 2007 2 SEC, page 1, paragraph 137. In Kesavananda Bharati's case, the discussion was on the amending power conferred by the unamended Article 368, which did not use the words constituent power. We have already noted the difference between original power of framing the Constitution, known as constituent power, and nature of constituent power vested in Parliament under Article 368. By addition of the words constituent power in Article 368, the amending body, namely Parliament, does not become the original Constituent Assembly. It remains a Parliament under a controlled Constitution. Even after the words constituent power are inserted in Article 368, the limitations of doctrine of basic structure would continue to apply to Parliament it is on this premise that clauses 4 and 5 inserted in Article 368 by 42nd Amendment were stuck down in Minerva Mills case. And then para 48, there is a difference between parliamentary and a constitutional sovereignty. Our constitution is framed by a constituent assembly which is not a parliament. It is in the exercise of lawmaking power by the constituent assembly that we have a controlled constitution. Articles 14, 19, 21 represent the foundational values which form the basis of rule of law. So now in short I would like to sum it subject to correction. This parliament is not a constituent assembly. So this parliament has no constituent power. I am not saying our Supreme Court declares it. So now what was even in Article 15, the word reservation is not employed by our framers of the Constitution. Only in Article 16, the word reservation is there. In Article 15, special provision is, the phrase is contemplated, it is employed. But of course, in the now, the newly inserted clause, the reservation is there because the existing reservation, they added the word in reservation. So the reservation is applicable only to Article 16, which deals with the public opportunities in public employment. Article 15 deals with discrimination. So my humble submission would be, from the reading of the judgments and the views expressed by the honorable judges, constituent power is not vested with our present parliament. So the basic structure theory, again I subject to correction, I say in Kesavananda Bharati, a novel idea has been introduced. It is now the parliament's power being taken away. The parliament cannot any law which violates basic structure of the constitution. I hope, if I remember correct, the theory, basic structure of the constitution has been borrowed from Pakistan Supreme Court of India by our Supreme Court. It was an invention made by the Pakistan Supreme Court and then made use of by our Indian Supreme Court in the Kesavananda Bharati case. It is not available in the constitution. But basic theory, basic structure, basic features of the constitution. So no parliament, no legislature can enact any law in violation of basic structure of the constitution. My humble submission would be, this is the reservation is a basic features, one of the basic features of the constitution. It forms part of the basic structure of the constitution. It contemplates the reservation only in favor of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and also socially and educationally backward class, not for the socially advanced community or caste. So this is the basic feature. It forms part of the basic structure of the constitution. Definitely, it will be challenged from this reading of these judgments so far rendered by our Honorable Supreme Court. Now we are lacking constituent power. So already I submitted the 10% quota is not a new idea, judicially tested and then defeated, negatived, rejected by the Supreme Court. Now they may say, the government may say that we are bringing in constitutional amendment, hence it is protected. Then it was brought only as a memorandum, official memorandum by way of executive action. So it has got more sanctity. No, it is very clear, parliamentary supremacy, constitutional supremacy. Which will win? Which will prevail? Definitely the constitutional primacy. This is the constitution is more superior than our parliament. The constitutional supremacy will prevail over the parliament supremacy. Now now my humble submission would be, I hope seriously it must be thought of, a controlled constitution the parliament lacking constitutional power, the parliament cannot do this or that, but parliament never take any action. Because it shows, as the law stands on today, my humble submission would be, the central government cannot introduce this bill. And also the parliament has no legislative competency to pass the bill. So it must be taken note of. And one thing I have forgotten to mention, the 69% reservation was brought in by Honorable Amma by enacting the act called the Tamil Nadu Backward Classes, Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, reservation of seats in educational institutions and of appointments or posts in the services under the State Act 1993, Tamil Nadu Act 45 of 1954. This act has been included in the 9th schedule of the Constitution after obtaining the assent from His Excellency President of India.
Yeah.
You please understand. So now we have completed all the legal formalities. Now we are enjoying this right, this birthright. Because there was a historical discrimination, now we are enjoying the benefit thanks to Honorable Amma. Now what is to be done? The central government ought to have taken some steps to protect the interests of the people of Tamil Nadu, and then the 69th reservation cannot be tampered with. They have no legal right, moral right, or any other political right. Because if it is implemented, as I already submitted, the competition of all the community for the 31%, they will lose it, definitely. So my humble submission would be, from Tamil Nadu point of view, it is violation of fundamental rights of the Tamil Nadu candidates, Tamil Nadu people. So fundamental rights, Article 21, 19, even I have read in the judgments, Article 15 is formed part of the basic section of the Constitution. Now you have amended Article 15. You have violated the basic section of the Constitution. Definitely it is a nullity. So now from the reading of all the judgments, Article 15 forms part of the basic section of the Constitution. This is the judgment of the Supreme Court. I am not saying anything out of my own imagination. So my humble submission would be, everybody must be taken care of, no doubt about it. In Tamil Nadu, Honorable Amma has implemented, whether it is a state program or the central government program, it reaches the masses without any default, without any fault. Yes, now also. We are continuing. So now my humble submission would be, please, because no Chief Minister of our India thought of providing reservation to the extent of 69%. They are all under the impression 50%. We cannot breach it. But Honorable Amma has read the judgment by herself. And she has come to the conclusion that wherever if there is no adequate representation in the services or in the courses, then automatically on the basis of the data, and reservation can be provided even up to the level of 100%. That is a dictum laid down by the Supreme Court. So she very boldly taken a decision. She made a constitutional revolution, social revolution. It is a constitutional innovation. In the social engineering, she ought to have been given a Nobel Prize for this kind of innovations made by her. Because no leader can proclaim himself as a thought leader. But only Amma was the only thought leader in our nation. Now, because everybody was afraid of challenging the 69%. Even in which category? 69%.
Which category? SC,
ST, I will read it, sir.
ST, OBC. ST, OBC.
Yeah. 1 minute, sir. No. So, no, wait, sir.
Mr. Navneet Krishnan, please address to the chair. Please address to the chair. Please address. You have left only 2 minutes are left for you.
No.
Please conclude.
Let him complete.
Sir,
please come.
80% for the BC and likewise. So 69% 69% for BC, MPC, SC, ST. 69% is intact. It is being provided in all public employments and also in all educational institutions. So now we are strictly following this reservation policy. So both in educational institutions and also in public employments. And also, now my humble submission would be this amendment. One thing I may be permitted to read it for the sake of completion. In Article 16, another class 6 is being now to be proposed to be added. In addition to the existing reservation and subject to maximum of 10% of the post in each category. So existing reservation is 69% plus 10%, 79% reservation. And well, it is not possible, sir. So
Okay, please conclude. You have
no.
Please conclude.
This 10% is without data, without quantifiable data. It is in violation of basic structure of the Constitution. Our Parliament lacks legislative competency because it never gives the power to the Parliament to enact law to provide this kind of 10% reservation. So now I am quoting from the judgments. So the Parliament, which is lacking constitutional power.
Your time is over, sir. Please conclude. Please conclude.
Sir,
Please conclude. Please conclude. Please conclude. Just address.
I will conclude.
Please.
Because
Please.
now the people of Tamil Nadu will be affected because of this proposed constitutional amendment. We are staging walkout at this stage. Yes.
We are staging a walkout.
Honorable.
Blacksheep Deva with Aiadmk Entertainment. Superstar ரஜினிகாந்த் முன்னிலையில் நவம்பர் 20 நேரு இந்த ஸ்டேடியமில் புக் டிக்கெட்ஸ் அன்புமை ஷோ.